Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and today for New Makeup Monday, we're going to be playing with the Oden's Eye Christmas collection. So this year Oden's Eye did their very first holiday release and it consisted of two palettes. We have Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Well, technically it's just the Merry Christmas palette, but I think they were going for a night and day theme. And I am so happy to have these. They are absolutely beautiful. The packaging is, of course, absolutely gorgeous. Oden's Eye really knows how to nail it in the details. And I am going to be doing a look today using the Christmas Eve palette, but let me know, this was a limited edition collection. I'm pretty sure it's sold out and I don't believe that they're going to be doing a restock on it. So I have the both of these right here and I want to know, would you like to see additional videos using these? Today I used the Christmas Eve palette. Do you want a follow-up video using the Christmas Day palette? Please let me know because I'm very happy to create that for you. But without further ado, let's jump in to this look right here. This is the amazingly beautiful palette that we're going to be using today. This was the holiday release from Oden's Eye. I love Oden's Eye, you guys know that. The attention to detail in their packaging is just absolutely gorgeous. And their shadow quality is really, really something special. So this is the Christmas Eve palette. This was limited edition, so I think it's sold out now, but I really wanted to play a little bit more with this color story. I do have a look with this palette already up on my Instagram, so check that out. I put that up about a week ago, I guess. But the shade that I really want to play with today is this shade right here called Gorgeous. And it is so aptly named. Like, I hope you can see a little bit of that shift there in the pan. This shade is purple to blue to green gloriousness. And I just want it all over my face. So we are gonna build a look around it. The first thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with Ice Crystal, which is this matte gray shade right here. I have, of course, already primed my lids, and I am so happy to be playing with this again. So today, when I am filming this, it is Black Friday here in the United States. So I have to ask, what are you guys going to be picking up? I'll be honest, I am not much of a Black Friday shopper. I never really was growing up. My parents never really did any shopping, honestly. But Black Friday just wasn't like a thing in my house growing up. And then in my 20s, I always worked. I was typically working in restaurants and stuff. I did retail a little bit, but restaurants and bartending was primarily my background, putting myself through college. And I just always had to work. So I never really got into Black Friday as like a consumer holiday sort of thing. And I feel like these days, it's not even much of a thing anymore anyway. I'm going to deepen things up a little bit with the shade right here, which is called Nowhere. The gray isn't building up quite as deeply as I would like, so I do want to bring some intensity and some definition into my crease. But yeah, I feel like, especially with e-commerce being the primary shopping format, that Black Friday just isn't much of a thing anymore. And I'm kind of okay with that, to be honest with you. I love that retailers are moving towards not being open on Thanksgiving anymore. I mean, there was a time when everybody was opening earlier and earlier and earlier. So on Friday, places would open at like 6 in the morning, and then 5 in the morning, and then 4 in the morning. And then it got to be, oh, we're having our doorbuster deals on Thanksgiving. And it just was in a place of craziness. And I feel like these days, retailers are getting back to, you know, letting people have the holiday off, which I think is only a positive thing, because if they wanted to do something online, they can. I think that's awesome. But I have to know, has anything caught your eye this year as far as like Black Friday deals? Because I feel like there just hasn't been a lot out there that's been exciting me, with the exception, I'm not gonna lie, I have a timer set for 30 minutes from now, because the Glamlight Strawberry Shortcake collection is going to be dropping. And I am honestly, my little 80s heart can't stop being excited about it. I really, really am happy about it. So I'm trying to decide what I want to go in on the outer corners. I'm kind of curious what this shadow looks like. This is called Night Sky, but I'm afraid it might be a little bit too much for what I'm looking for. So I think I'm going to start with Christmas Eve, which is this blue shade right here, and maybe dip back and forth between the two, because I want to have a nice deep outer corner, but at the same time, I really don't want to be taking away from that Shadow Gorgeous, because it is going to be the main event, But yes, the Glam Light Strawberry Shortcake collection has my 80s heart just pitter-pattering. Even this is a rare occasion for me. Typically, I only buy things that I really feel like I'm going to get a lot of really good use out of, because let's be honest, I don't have all the money in the world, and I don't think that it's a good idea for me to just buy things for packaging alone. This is an exception. Now, I do plan on using it, obviously, and there are some really, really fascinating colors in there. There's this one shade in there, and I'll probably pop something up on the screen so that you can see it, but there's this really neat, like, deeper duochrome shadow that is just so unexpected. Just based on my memory, I feel like it's a green to like blue sort of shift. It just looks really, really fun, and I'm so freaking excited. So I'm very much hoping that I can get my hands on it. I loved Strawberry Shortcake growing up. I had like the little dolls and everything. That and the original Rainbow Bright. Those are my jams. Oh, and of course, Care Bears for sure. And it's always so just jarring to me when they like remake stuff and change the like art style on it. Totally freaks me out, because I just have so much of a love and a memory of something, and then when they turn around and do something else entirely, I'm just like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I feel like that with Care Bears. There's apparently a Care Bears show that's on, and I've turned it on a couple times for my kids, and I can't get over it. I can't get over it. But they redid Rainbow Bright recently, and I didn't like it. I think they've redone Strawberry Shortcake too, and I haven't liked it. But this is the original 80s, and I'm so here for it. I'm so here for it. Now, normally, I prefer to go in with a brush when it comes to, honestly, all my eyeshadow, but my shimmer eyeshadows for sure. However, I want like maximum oomph with this shadow. So I am putting a little bit of my NYX glitter primer on to a brush just so that I can get that base down. But then I'm gonna pick it up with my finger and just pat it all over the lids. And I'm so excited for this. I know I've been saying that like a lot, but this shadow is just so unique, and I live for shadows like this. I genuinely do. I don't know if this is picking up on camera as well, but it is absolutely glorious. I don't know if it is or not, but oh my God, like on my finger. Hopefully you can see some of that shift. It's so pretty. Okay, so nothing new on the foundation front. I am still using and loving my NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. This is gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And my Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Concealer. And then I set under my eyes only with my Pat McGrath Under Eye Setting Powder. And I'm finding my groove with this, just so that you know. I picked it up during the Sephora sale and I wasn't quite sure. I think I found the right brush to apply it with, and I think it does look really, really nice under my eyes. But I also picked up this itty bitty little baby during the Sephora sale. It came in a 3-pack of the Rare Beauty liquid blushes, which are amazing, but this shade in particular, Happy, has really been making me very, very happy. So I wanted to show it to you in action because it is absolutely beautiful. I have worn this every day for the past week because I just can't get over how freaking pretty it is. Now these blushes are definitely super intense, but just work them out and they turn into something so special. The whole like I'm cold makeup look has been so popular, and I feel like this shade on my skin definitely gives you that flushed from the outside cold look, which honestly, I would love it if that were the real life look that I had at the moment. We went through a really lovely cold spell for a few days. I live in the South here in America, and it has warmed its way back up, and now it's rainy and in the 60s again. So hopefully the cold will come back for a little while, because I personally love the cold. I would live someplace where there was a lot more cold if my husband would get on board. He hates the cold. So, all right. I got a little high with it on this side because I was talking, but this shade is amazing. It is so, so pretty. And honestly, even though it looks a little bit garish at the moment, once you put a little bit of powder on, a little bit of highlighter, a little bit of bronzer, it really calms it down a little bit and just leaves behind the most beautiful, beautiful blush. So I am gonna go ahead and set down with a little bit of the Too Faced Born This Way Ethereal Setting Powder. It's just what I've been using lately because I have it and I need to use up my makeup, let's be honest. And it's fine. I don't know if it's my favorite, but you know, it's fine. Gets the job done. I know for a while everybody was really, really hyped about this powder, and that's when I bought it. So I'm glad to try it out, but I don't think it's going to be a repurchase necessarily. But see, already, even with just a little bit of powder, it's looking a lot more natural and just beautiful. So pretty. See, once you add the rest of your complexion products, it just looks so gorgeous. I just finished off with the Hoola bronzer and cookie from my Cheek Stars. I gotta ask you guys, if you are in the know, I went to go look for the blushes and I cannot find them anywhere. Did Benefit discontinue them? I know that they had released a whole range of new blushes, but did they replace their existing line? Let me know if you are aware down in the comments, because I was shocked. I was shocked. Okay, so let's finish up the little eyeballs. And I think we're just gonna be pretty minimal as per usual. And I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit of this shade right here that we used in the crease. The shade is called Nowhere. I actually really quite like the tone of this. It is a really, really nice dusty purple without being too gray or too purple. I think it's really, really pretty. And I can foresee myself getting a ton of use out of it, I think. Okay, and then using just this teeny tiny little pencil brush from Makeup Geek, I'm going to go back in with Christmas Eve, which is that deep blue matte that we used on the outer corner, and I'm just going to use it to deepen up and connect just the outer third. One of these days I'll do an intense lower lash line maybe, but for today, I really, as I said, I want the star of the show here to be the lid shade. And I wish that it was picking up more so on camera, because it is distractingly beautiful. What do we think? Beautiful? I think it's beautiful for sure. Okay, and then the last thing that I'm going to do to finish up these little bitty eyeballs is I'm gonna go in with just a little flat shader brush, and I'm gonna take Wonderful, and I'm gonna use that to highlight my inner corners. This is the only shade in this palette so far that's given me a little bit of trouble. It doesn't want to pick up. It's difficult for me to pick up on my finger or on a brush, although I think that's starting to work. Maybe I just gotta dig a little bit into there. Oh yeah, that's doing it. That is doing it. I stand corrected. Not a dud in the palette. I am bringing it down a little bit onto my lower lash line just to help bring that brightness, because we have the dark under circles for sure. Okay. I have 1 minute left on my little timer, so I'm gonna go ahead and apply a nice blue wing and some mascara, and then we'll finish off with the lips. I got it. Makeup is done. Glam Light Strawberry Shortcake Collection purchased. Let's talk about what I finished off with. So I did finish the eyes off with this beautiful blue wing, courtesy of my One Size felt eyeliner. This is the Point Made eyeliner in the shade Bossy Blue. I think it went really, really well with this. And then I added some of my Milani Anti-Gravity Mascara, and then finished everything off on the waterline with this from LA Girl. This is really nice. This is the Shockwave Metallic Eyeliner, and this one is in the shade Ocean. I think it was pretty perfect. And then for my lips, I went in with one of my favorite combos right now. These two right here. We have Wherever Walnut Lip Liner from Makeup Forever, and then my Maracuja Juicy Lip in the shade Ginger. And I am so very happy with how this look came out, but I always want to know what you think in the comments below. And I'm feeling good. I'm feeling very good. So if you have enjoyed this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you have not yet subscribed, I hope that you'll consider doing so. Thank you so much for spending some time with me today. I hope that you're having an amazing day, and I will see you next time. Bye.